Hey everybody, Mark Herman, aka LA Bengal fan on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, repping the Bengals for the AFC Northerners. I'm getting my video up a little earlier this week. It's a crazy week for me, and I've got a golf tournament this weekend, so I wanted to get this up earlier when I had the chance. We are now a quarter of the way through the season, and we are sitting at 3-1, much to the dismay of most of the so-called analysts who had us at 1-3 or 0-4. We're sitting atop the division at 3-1. No surprise to Bengal Nation. I mean, we were 7-9 last year. We knew we made improvements to our team, and yet somehow everybody had us winning 6 or fewer games. So kind of insane, and we're putting that to bed right now. Still not getting the respect we deserve. I mean, in the power rankings, they still have the Ravens. They had the Ravens at 7 and us at 8. Well, we beat the Ravens, and we have the same record as them. How are we behind them? But I could care less. I want this team to play with a chip on its shoulder all season. I want this team to feel disrespected, and I don't mind if we just continue to fly under the radar. You know, we're still not getting the respect, and I'll get into that in terms of they've already picked the Steelers. They were going through the Steelers' next 2 games, and all of them said the Steelers were going to come to Cincinnati and win. Based on what? But you know what? Like I said, I don't mind flying under the radar. I don't mind being disrespected. You can check my Twitter feed, and you can see Damian Woody and all the bozos on NFL Live sitting there picking the Steelers next week to beat us. But let's focus on this quarter. So we're 3-1. I think we have to be very happy with that. Obviously, we'd like to be 4-0, but 3-1 is a great start for us, and we get Tez back this week. Looking at our next 4 games, we have Miami. We have 3 home games for starters because we spent the first 3 on the road. We have Miami, Pittsburgh, Tampa Bay at home. We have to go to Kansas City. Going to Kansas City is a daunting task for any franchise right now. I think New England, it's a daunting task for them. So I don't, I think as Bengal fans, I think we would be very happy with the 3-1 next quarter and going into the bye week at 6-2. So I think that's what we have to hope for. If we pull off a victory in Kansas City, hey, I'm all game. But you can't go into it seeing what we've seen with Mahomes, thinking that we can that we're going to pull off that win. You can't assume we're going to win. Hey, anything can happen on any given Sunday, but I think 3-1 would be a very realistic goal for this quarter, and like I said, that puts us in our bye week at 6-2. Through the first quarter, this team was last on getting off the field on 3rd down. That needs to change. Also, this has been just a horrific quarter for Drake Kirkpatrick. He has become the go-to guy. Whoever he covers, that's the go-to guy for the other team. Hopefully that changes. Remember, a secondary's best friend is a pass rush, and hopefully with Tez coming back, that will help out the secondary. Hopefully our line gets a better push. Our linebackers shut down the run better. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Tez is going to bring coming back to the team. Now, one of the questions I've gotten a lot has been the what can we expect from Tez in his first game back this week? Well, last year coming back, he came back for the Cleveland game. And we won that handily 31-7. So Tez only had 6 tackles. It was a quiet game, but I also don't think that he played every snap. I think we dialed him back a little bit, having it being his first game back. I remember that game was never in question. We jumped out early, so that kind of lightened his load a little bit. The following week last year, he put up 13 tackles, a sack, and a pass defended. I think that's more of what we can expect for the Steeler game. I thought he'd be at maybe 3/4 for going into the Steeler week. One of the commenters said that they thought he'd be at 90%. I think that's a fair assessment. He could very well be. A lot of it's going to have to do with the conditioning and what he did during the time off, because he hasn't been with the team practicing. But everybody seemed very fired up today. Preston Brown was interviewed last night. He talked about how scary it is in practice now for the offensive linemen having to deal and block Tez at practice. So he'll bring a lot. Everything's going to get elevated as long as he stays on the field. Obviously, we're in the new NFL. So you've seen what's been called roughing the passer, lowering the helmet, all that stuff. He needs to play more controlled. He's a very smart guy, Hopefully Marvin had a talk with him and he understands, because like Herm Edwards said, the most important ability is availability. And if you're suspended, that's not helping us. So we need Tez to not get suspended, but still bring that edge and chippiness. We do want that. That's one of the things that he brings. Even if he doesn't have a big game this week, he brings a different attitude to our huddle and to our defense, and that's what we're missing. I think he makes a very big impact coming back, starting this week and obviously into this next quarter. I think he brings a lot. I think he will be better at covering the tight end and the running back, and I think we'll be better at shutting down the run. I don't think McCaffrey or Cam Newton have the game they have in week 3 if Tez is on the field. So hopefully that's what we see out of Tez. We got some bad news today in terms of Price. I read that that his injury, his foot's not healing as fast as we thought. They didn't give a timeline, but they definitely said that his injury is taking longer to heal than they thought. The good news there is that Trey Hopkins has done a very, very good job filling in for him. So hopefully that continues. Mixon is back at practice today. He has not been cleared to play yet. So when Marvin said, we'll see, I think that was a genuine response from Marvin. I think it's actually, we'll see. We don't know. If he does get cleared to play this week, I really see him splitting time with Gio, 50-50 probably, maybe even 60-40 in Gio's favor. They don't want to rush him back. We need Mixon for the long haul. And I got to say, Gio's done a very, very, very good job in filling in. So he's really had 2 good weeks, and they both were road games where we asked a lot of him. So really been pleased. Also, Gio's a very good pass blocking running back, so he brings that when he's in the game. Other than that, I would like to give you my prediction. I got to tell you, I'm not that frightened about Miami. I think they're a very soft 3-1. The only team that they've beaten was Tennessee. It was in week 1, and Mariota got knocked out of the game, and Blaine Gabbert finished that game. So I think they're a very soft 3-1, where I think we're a much stronger 3-1, given the fact that we beat Atlanta, and we beat Baltimore, and we beat Indianapolis, and 2 of those 3 wins were on the road, and we were in the Carolina game. I just think we've had a tougher schedule, and like I said, I think we're a harder 3-1. I would like to think that we can handle this game this week. We really need to. When you look at the next 4 games, we've got Miami, Pittsburgh, and Tampa Bay at home. We need to win all 3 of those games. But this is one of the things we have to do, if we're a serious playoff team, is win the games you're supposed to win. This is a game we're supposed to win, so I'm going to put us down for victory this week. My prediction is 34-13. I think we handle them very well this week at the Jungle. And also, I'm wearing an orange jersey, so there's your wardrobe tip for the week, because there is orange jerseys this Sunday. I will be late in getting up my response video on Sunday. I'm in a golf tournament this Saturday, and it's an elimination thing. If I win my match on Saturday, I go play on Sunday. We set it up. It's the top 64 golfers in my golf club. Your LA Bengal fan here is number 9 entering the tournament, but we do it just like the NCAA grid. We play them down to 2. So Saturday and Sunday we'll be down to 16 golfers, and I'm hoping to be part of that. If I win Saturday, I play on Sunday. I won't get to see the game until the afternoon if I get an early tee time, so I won't be able to put a reaction video up until the evening. So I apologize for the late reaction video, the possibility of a late reaction video this Sunday, but sometimes life gets in the way. So there you go. So hopefully you give us all, I play well, and we'll put up a video on Sunday night. I will sign off, as I always do, with fuck Marvin Lewis till we win a playoff game, and fuck Mike Brown till we get back to the Super Bowl. Okay? Have a good week, everybody, and I'll talk to you after the Miami victory. Hoo-day!